So as I explained to you in the last exercise, how to comment on your program to tell you what you're gonna do or what the program is for underneath. Today I'll show you how to comment if you didn't know already. So create a new file in Atom. This is too big, but anyway. Now we already know how to make a basic print statement, right? Print and a parentheses, double quotes or single quotes, but usually better to go with double quotes for now as a beginner, and some random text. Okay, so this is what will be printed when we run our program in terminal, and this is the print statement which commands this line to print itself, and it has to be within these two double quotes. If it is a sentence or a word or something, if it's a number, then it's alright. If it's a boolean value which is true or false, it's alright. If you want me to show, I will print. You don't need a double quote for numbers or boolean values which is true or false. Now make sure if you're using these boolean values, the first letter, which is T or F, is uppercase. It shouldn't be lowercase, or it'll consider it to be some text and not a boolean value. Python recognizes boolean values only and only when they are starting with an uppercase letter. Okay, so now we save this program first by pressing Command S, and we name this exercise ex2.py. .py is the format that is used by Python. So if you see here, when I press enter, the plain text right here will change to Python, right? And even the colors will change. So now first let us run this program in terminal. Open your terminal. Today I will show you a different method as well to run your programs in terminal. So it's not really different, but of course, first type Python 3, then this is way simpler for beginners to run. After typing Python 3, hit space, a space bar just once, right? And then you see this file here on the desktop, you drag it and drop it. And you see here, this is the address of this file. So in the exercise before, where we listed the directories and changed the directory to desktop, this is basically that, but it's way simpler to do this, dragging and dropping files. And we hit enter, and we see our program run. So some random text. This is the string which was enclosed within these double quotes. And you see here 1 and 2, these are just numbers, and since they are just numbers, they don't require double quotes. And even boolean values, true or false, which start with a capital letter, of course, they wouldn't require double quotes all around them. So as you see here, these things are printed in terminal by using this shortcut for running the program. Now there's another shortcut which probably won't seem short enough at first if you're a beginner, but it's way quicker once you get the hang of it. Type Python 3 And you remember how, well, let me just show you. You remember how dragging and dropping this file here gave in this address of this particular file on desktop, right? So if you don't want to drag and drop this file, and if you know where this particular file is in your computer, first type Python 3, hit a space, then a backslash, then press tab. Once you press tab, it'll show you a list of all these directories. So since you're the user, press capital, which is shift, press shift and U, which will press a capital U. So once you do that, again hit tab. So it'll directly select the first thing which starts with a capital U out of all these directories, which in this case is users. So it'll directly select users. Now again hit tab. Now you see there are two options here. If you remember correctly, this is the name of my computer. It can be anything according to your particular file. In my case, it's Bhargav Pandya, since that's my name and that's the name of my computer. Again hit tab. So you see, when I hit tab without pressing any letter, it'll directly select this thing first. Again hit tab, and it'll select the second value first. And go on hitting tab, and you can cycle through these two, right? But I want this one. So now my directory was desktop, so hit shift and press a capital D and hit tab. So you see there are three directories available. Out of these three, you want the first one. So again hit tab without pressing anything, and we'll select the first one. And that's about it. Now your directory is on the desktop, so I'll directly select the directory first. And in this case, it's ex2.py. So if you keep on cycling using tab, it'll cycle between Python and ex2.py. So these are the only two things that are available on your desktop, right? But I want to select this thing. So when I do this, just hit enter, and it will run the file just like it always does. So now I'll teach you how to do comments, if you didn't know already. So this is some random text. You can use this hash character, which is also called a pound or octothal, call it whatever you want. You can use this character wherever you want, here or here or even here, or wherever you want, right? And just write something after it, whatever you want. So suppose in this line 4, I want to write a comment. This is a comment, by the way. Whatever comes after a pound character is a comment. Now if you write a pound character within this string, then it will not be considered as a comment. Like say if I show you this here, random and after that a hash character, this is in green color and not in this particular gray color, right? So this is considered to be a part of this string and not a comment. It has to be outside this parentheses or print statement, and also not a part of this double quotes. So write a comment explaining to yourself what the line under does. So this is a print statement. It doesn't require whatever. It doesn't require a double quote inside the parentheses, since it only has numbers and not letters, words, or sentences, right? So like how I did here, write more comments above each lines, explaining to yourself in English what the line underneath does, and it will make reading the program again way simpler, and it will also strengthen your basics when you keep on writing these statements above, right? So now I save this file. When I save this file, you notice here the blue dot will disappear. It will show that it has saved the file. So now type Python 3, hit a space, take this file, drag and drop, you see the address here, and run it. So now if you notice, this hash character is still being printed since it was enclosed inside the print statement and inside the double quotes, while all the other hash characters, which were our basic comments, are not being printed, right? So try doing some programs on your own, some print statements on your own. You can write anything here, you can write any numbers here, you can write false, true, true, false, true, 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 false, whatever you want to. Just make sure you separate them with a comma and a space after the comma, and you're good to go. So do a few more programs on your own, write comments in English above each particular line, explaining to yourself completely what that line does, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.